So, hello everybody. It's quite cold today, so move a bit and feel free. And yeah, I'm gonna tell you something about movement. It's called Free Riga. And actually, when I'm thinking about Free Riga, first thing that comes in my mind is lyrics of some song I believe that you know. And it's saying that empty spaces, what are we living for? Abandoned spaces, I guess we know that scar, and so on. And until then, it is saying show must go on. And this is what I'm thinking also about Free Riga. And actually everything started in 2013, in the period when Riga city was preparing for their culture, European Culture Year. And you have this year now, but we had on 2014. And actually Riga is a stunning city, and there is a lot of things that you can enjoy, and also our culture life is something very special and unique. But in the same time, there is another story about Riga, and it is in some sort of familiar also in Western Europe and in historical cities. We are talking about empty historical centers, about old houses that are empty, that are not used, and they are not maintained very well. And this is a story also about a quite big part of Riga city as well. Because officially there are 450 buildings that are registered as slums. And but at the same time there are so many buildings that are not well maintained. They are empty, they are not livable, but it can be. So, in the 2013, one guy just noticed that our Riga, European capital of culture, actually in the same time is capital of empty buildings, because there are so many that even some politicians said that it's every fifth building in Riga city is quite bad and empty. So this is this guy, and he is part of founders of movement Free Riga, and his vision is to have all the empty spaces that are in the city, in any city, to be spaces for creativity, for culture, and for social use. So he gathered a very good team in the same interests, and in August of 2013, one girl was printing out 5,000 stickers. So they just took these stickers and walked through Riga city, and all empty buildings had this sticker, occupy me. And these empty buildings are saying for people, please come and live inside me, so I will be alive finally. So, and then this movement actually forced a lot of things with these stickers afterwards. Also television, national television started to interested what's happening, that's something interesting. And Facebook page they created was very popular, people joined there, they were showing and uploading pictures and showing how many of empty spaces actually we have. And at the same time, so many people just need for some space where to do it, where to act, where to meet, where to have some events. So, what happened next? There on the web page, on map, every citizen could just show and then tag in map where you see empty building. And then these buildings was also showing in the blue color that it's owned by banks, and green color that it's private owners, and this orange color that it's states or municipalities owned. So what's happening in this movement? This movement are thinking about these empty spaces. They are collaborating with municipality and finding out what's the issue. if owner is private, if owner is city, if owner is a bank, what's the problem? Why these buildings are empty? Why these buildings are not used? And why these buildings are abandoned? For sure, there are a lot of things why it is like that. People don't have so much money, municipality don't have, or state have other interests in priorities. And then they find out also about 200 people activities that needs for space. So they are gathering these two sites and then finding out the appropriate place for example, for events, for students to gather together and spend very nice time, or for exhibitions and etc. And then, yeah, it's becoming more and more interesting. In October of 2014, also City Council was joining them and supporting them, and they signed an agreement about that they will collaborate in this movement. And actually, city is thinking about how we can actually do this as a real service. So, Free Riga movement. If you have any empty building, you don't have ideas what to do, how to maintain this empty building. So, just go to Free Riga, and they will say that there are that kind of activists that they wanna help your space. So, and then you can start. So, prototyping is thing that was in the beginning. How all these activities were checked if they work, and they work actually very excellent. So they created some plans. They found out for what these buildings are appropriate, and actually very nice is that all ages are involved in this movement, because in Latvia we can see that probably there are youngsters in their life, and there are seniors, and there are some people in different ages grouping together, but this movement mixes these ages. That's also very good. So they also check through that in the year they done such a great job actually, and then find a lot useful things. And then here also people are gathering and just checking spaces. And then, yeah, you can see some examples and some crazy guys. And then actually here you can see one place where event was planned, but one day before there wasn't electricity, there wasn't water, and then everybody came together, and then they just did so excellent job that everything happened, and the space got this opportunity to gather people. And here also is one place, there are a lot of volunteers participating to create this as garden in a big hall, and then garden also that people can come here, play football and meet together, and this place actually works excellently. And other thing that they are showing and people can find in internet, there are initiatives. They name these what kind of initiatives are, and then they are putting some stamp. This already found a home place, and this is still looking for their space. So if people are visiting this internet website, they can find the places. So that's the main results out of it. Actually is very nice that Free Riga movement already is a very strong and powerful organization, not only movement. And the three keywords for that what they are doing is that they realize and they consult and they implement. And benefit for owners is that also related with that they are familiar with initiatives, and then their buildings are alive now. And what's good for citizens and for these owners is about taxes as well. Because from 2013 in Latvia, every municipality can decide they can earn taxes 1% per cadastre value from each building, but if it's not well maintained, they can charge up until 3%. But if you are letting your building to get some social benefit, you can reduce these taxes until 90% less. So it gives a big motivation. So, show must go on.